Hey everyone, it's Jack and Sam from Cultaholic.com and we're about to watch AEW Revolution, but before that we do have some delicious wrestling news to talk about. I'm excited for the show, Sam.
Me too. I had a nightmare getting in, so I'm hoping this goes out before the show starts, so I'm going to have to speed edit it.
First of all, Bray Wyatt has appeared to agree with the idea that WWE are trying to destroy their own characters. Next up, a superstar returned to WWE TV recently with a pretty drastic change in appearance. And finally, WWE have recently filed a very interesting trademark. So first of all, you yourself will know about this as well. There's been a huge monumental fallout since Super Showdown.
Really?
Specifically regarding the main event between Goldberg and Bray Wyatt, of course. Twitter has been eating itself and setting itself on fire.
I got eaten alive in graded comments today. Everybody was like, well, you said you wanted Goldberg to win. I wanted to just be a dick in that video.
So I think that it's taken a particularly interesting turn recently because one of the men involved has kind of waded into the discussion on Twitter in a weird way.
Macaulay Culkin.
Not Macaulay this time. This comes from a tweet from a fan called Kyle A. Scarborough on Twitter who said, "You booked your brand new tag champs to lose clean in a non-title match." That's a reference to SmackDown. Are they trying to completely destroy their characters? Hashtag SmackDown Live. Now, bearing in mind, this is a tweet that's not about Super Showdown and isn't about Bray Wyatt, but Bray Wyatt replied, despite not being tagged in it, just saying yes. Saying yes, they are trying to destroy their characters. Since he lost the belt to Goldberg, he has been tweeting cryptically like he does in between big stages of his character and everything. But this doesn't seem particularly cryptic. It seems very straightforward.
No, this seems very on the nose, and I really hope it means that, well, I really hope it doesn't mean that, you know, like everybody's predicting that WWE have turned on the Fiend.
Hopefully not. Obviously on SmackDown we saw that it's been heavily implied that he's going to be facing John Cena at WrestleMania. He came out.
Despite the fact Cena was like, you know, you got to earn a WrestleMania slot and they're not just given to you. I will not be wrestling there this year, or I'll have a match.
Yeah. Well, I wonder, because it's a strange one to predict the outcome of, because obviously Cena has already beaten Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Not in his Fiend guise. But would Cena get his win back? And would that be an unpopular result? I assume so.
I don't think Cena can win this, really, because he gave this huge speech about how he was going to be going away for a while, but that by no means meant that he was leaving forever. He will always be a star, and it seems that Mania is going to be his, like, little wave goodbye for a little bit while he goes and really establishes his career further in Hollywood. And he's the ultimate company guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, like, part of me thinks, you know, put Bray over on the way out.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when you come back in a few years, if Bray's still circulating around being the Undertaker-style character, then you can have that rematch. Yeah,
that would make a lot of sense. I would like to see, obviously, the Fiend beat Cena at WrestleMania. I think it makes the most sense, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Next up, there was a return to WWE TV for an absent superstar. Jack Gallagher is back. He appeared on 205 Live right at the end of the show after the main event. The main event was Lio Rush taking on Tony Nese. Mike Kanellis got involved and the two heels beat down Lio Rush, and then Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch came out to save the day, fought the heels to the back, and it seemed like that was going to be the end of the show. But then Jack Gallagher appeared and attacked Lio Rush further and beat him down, and then revealed that he's got a big new tattoo on his chest.
And a buzz cut.
Yeah. He looks badass.
I think it's about time, because the Kingsman gimmick would only go so far. Like the ultimate gentleman who can also knock you out type thing. For somebody who they always constantly try to get over as dangerous as he is, the guy's got like legit MMA background.
Yeah.
I think he's undefeated, right? He's pretty real life tough.
Right.
So I think this is like a natural progression for him to actually step into that realm and get his Conor McGregor chess piece and actually, you know, start to really kick ass.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody really on 205 Live that is that pure striker, that is that guy. So I think it makes sense.
It's a boat as well.
Yes, it's a big old boat.
Now, I don't know, this would seem to indicate the start of a new little push for Jack Gallagher. He's just returned, he's got a new look and everything.
Yeah.
But then remember what happened to TJ Perkins. He came back and had a lot of new tattoos and then left pretty soon after that.
Yes, yeah. It's a hard one to call, but in the nicest way possible, Jack Gallagher's tattoos are a lot better than TJ Perkins.
I'm not in a position to comment on that.
So I don't know, you know, I think it's one of those things where you apparently have to seemingly get permission. I remember there was a whole thing recently with Rhea being told they don't really want her with any more tattoos, which is It's a bit odd, but I guess, you know, if they're going to be marketing you and you sort of belong to them.
Yeah, there's toys and video games and stuff.
There's all of this stuff, like merchandised, and I think it's probably something he's asked permission for and been approved.
Well, TJP did say he quashed the rumours that he'd just gone and done it. He said it was totally above board and everything. So yeah, maybe that's the case. But I agree with you. I would like to see Jack Gallagher really start to fulfil his potential as well.
It would be so good.
And Sam, speaking of new ink, I know. Right, so this is a weird
off in wrestling tattoo land.
Now this one involves none other than Cody Rhodes. We know the length.
The way you said that there, it was like Daddy Cool.
Cody Rhodes. That'll be the chant when they come to England. So he appeared at an AEW press event recently. A few people were talking. He was there. Excalibur was there. And he was wearing a scarf, a Young Bucks scarf. And it seemed at first like, he's just rocking a bit of his mate's merch. Fair enough.
It's 2007, t-shirt, scarf. Perfect.
But someone on Twitter by the name of Raoul is Online tweeted a photo from that and said, look, it's not... so the scarf's there. There's a few little black marks above it, and at first it just looks like the tassels of the scarf. Right. But he really went in on this scientifically. He went, no, look, you can see the tassels from both ends of the scarf at the end of this. This looks like a new tattoo. Now we know that Cody likes to make a statement, whether it's revealing that he's dyed his hair or the dream tattoo on his chest. This could very well be another big step that he's taken, and it would make sense, the showman that Cody is, to unveil it tonight on the show. But just to add further fuel to the fire, Cody himself replied with a wink emoji.
Oh,
maybe he's saying, I've been rumbled. There we go.
That's me done. Like, I think it's great. I think it's a bit weird. Like, I'm always quite funny about neck tattoos without many other tattoos. It's always just like, boom, job stopper.
But it's Cody Rhodes.
It's Cody Rhodes. He doesn't need to worry about that. But yeah, it's the whole thing is like he does like to make large statements and do it in a fashion that's quite surprising. So what's it say though, Jack? What do you reckon it says?
Well, the speculation in this tweet was that it could potentially be the Nightmare Family logo.
Okay.
Because of the way that Cody is, and obviously the dream tattoo is a reference to his dad. It's probably something very personal and very meaningful to him. So
I really hope it's just a massive gold dust face. Just a massive gold dust face right there.
I would enjoy it as well, but I'm not going to put any money on that.
They have to blur it for the entire... It's so photorealistic, they have to blur it.
Oh, it's so WWE. No, I'm really looking forward to his match at the event against MJF. I'm looking forward to quite a lot of matches, but Cody often makes a habit of stealing the show.
Well, he knocks it out of the park consistently. The guy is like a wizard when it comes to wrestling. You can just put him in with anybody and there will be a compelling story told somehow.
The storytelling,
If you put him on at the end of the night, though, you're getting a long-ass speech, regardless of whether you need to load out or not. But
I feel like the main event's got to surely be Moxley versus Jericho.
I think so, They seem to be quite old-school wrestling in the way that shows are set up.
Yes.
So I'm thinking title has to probably go on last.
I would agree with that. And our final news story today, let's go back to WWE, but it kind of could potentially link to AEW in a way. Ooh. So last week it was reported that the Revival had gone out and trademarked various slogans associated with their own personal brand, like Say Yeah.
Play hard in the paint.
Not play hard in the paint. Down since day one.
I did it for The Rock.
No, like things like Say Yeah, Top Guys, that sort of thing. So it's been revealed, it's been reported by various news sources that WWE this week recently have gone out and filed a trademark for the Mechanics, which is of course the Revival's old tag team name when they were first together in NXT.
Right.
This would seem to imply that if they were to leave and head somewhere else, which they've not been shy about hinting over the past year or two, then this would seem to imply that WWE don't want them use it, because that would be the natural solution to go back to their name before that. But WWE they've trademarked that. I'm sure that, again, hypothetically, if the Revival were to leave and go somewhere else, maybe somewhere where there's another big world famous tag team who they've been having a meta feud with online for many years now.
Lost Psycho Circus.
Yes, those lads. Sonata and Evil from the Young Bucks. Maybe if the Revival were to leave and go wherever, I'm sure they always do find a new name for people.
I'm pretty sure they'd probably just go under FTR.
Yeah, or Dash and Dawson.
Yeah.
Oh no, they have to change that one we're talking about. Yeah, of course.
But, like, it's getting deliciously petty in the wrestling trademark game, and the thing is, all that WWE would have to do to maintain this contract, I guess, would be have them leave, and then release a series, or just before they leave, release a series of throwback NXT t-shirts with everybody's original gimmicks on them. And then it's like, we've used it, you can't do anything about it.
Now, when it comes to, you obviously can't talk about this story without talking about the potential of the Revival heading to AEW. They've sometimes quite obviously spoken out about not being exactly happy with their position in WWE at the moment. And I think that they would really, I mean, when you talk, we get asked all the time, what would your favourite WWE versus AEW dream matches be? And I think that the obvious one out there is the Revival versus the Young Bucks. It's a clash of styles, but you know, the Young Bucks often get called spot monkeys and flippy guys and everything, but we've seen in New Japan especially, they can tell stories with their tag team matches, and obviously the Revival can as well.
It's been being teased for so long as well. I think at this point it just has to happen.
I know.
So,
and I'd want the Revival to bloody win as well.
Yeah, I want the Revival to just walk in and be like, pew-pew!
Yeah,
and just
I think
take
so.
whatever gold the Bucks may have at the time.
I want it to happen so badly. Anyway, right, let's just talk a little bit about AEW, and then we'll head off and bloody watch the thing.
Ooh.
So there's several big matches that are on tonight. There's, of course, we've already mentioned it, the title match, Moxley versus Jericho. That could steal the show. Cody MJF, that could steal the show. The women's title match, Nyla Rose versus Kris Statlander. I think that even though it might be too early for Statlander to win, they're both really good at what they do, and I think that this could be the beginning of something special for Statlander, even if she doesn't win. There's Hangman Page and Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks.
This one is really enticing me.
Yes.
Like, I'm starting to get real hyped for this.
Yes. Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara, the one that we crucially differ on in the predictions.
Come on, Sammy.
The pre-show match, the Evil Order, the Dark Order taking on SCU. Now, because it's on the pre-show, I don't think that they will reveal who the Exalted One is yet. They'd save that for a bigger stage, I think.
They WCW Nitro it. There's a guy in the ring. They're about to take the mask off, and it's like, well, that's all the time we got for the pre-show, folks. You're going to have to buy the main card.
And I think there's the match that many people are really excited for online as well, which is, of course, Pac versus Orange Cassidy. Yes, and if Orange Cassidy finally, as Chuck Taylor said on Dynamite, he's actually going to try, then it could be really, really good. But he's not going to win. Pac's going to win.
Pac is going to kick his head off.
Yes. Now, we hope you really enjoy it. And of course, remember that you can vote for the crucial word that will determine the loser's punishment at patreon.com/Cultaholic. See you very soon.
Bye.
Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments section down below. You can follow Cultaholic on Twitter at Cultaholic and on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do, then please do check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic, where you can pledge. And don't forget, of course, most importantly of all, to hit subscribe and to join us.